All right, and we are back on Build Phase TV. I'm your host, Mr. Ben, and I'm once again in my local game store, Geek City Games and Comics, and I'm joined by Jason. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. Thanks for coming back.
All right, so today what we're going to do is talk about some games that were hot purchases in the month of November, things you might want to think about getting for that board game loving person you have to buy gifts for Christmas this year.
I'll start out with the kids' games that were really hot in this year for November. My first Castle Panic, which is just a easier version of Castle Panic. So if you got some older kids, you could just get the Castle Panic. But for your younger kids, like 5 to 6, 5 to 8, this is a great version of this game.
So your beginning board gamers?
Yeah, the beginning board gamers. It's simple enough, keeps it in hand. And then probably our top seller, store-wide, both stores, I think we sold 20 copies of this just on Black Friday, is Goblet Gobblers. It is a version of tic-tac-toe that's just super fun, puts a lot of extra strategy and thought in it. Fast little game. It's got the wooden pieces and stuff like that.
Is there a dexterity component?
No, there's no dexterity. You can cover up the...
Oh, I see.
And you can move pieces that are already on the board as long as you're not covered up by a bigger piece of the opponents. So
so like a Russian nesting doll game element added to tic-tac-toe?
And it won toy thing, because Blue Orange does a lot of toys.
Oh, nice.
So it won best toy. So it's really good, gives a lot of strategy. Staying kind of in that family thing, King of Tokyo has been super hot, just because most people have Catan and Ticket to Ride, it seems like, this year. So King of Tokyo has been really good. It's kind of got to press your luck.
I mean,
Mr. Ben runs tournaments for this. He loves this thing.
Yahtzee plus giant monsters.
But we've sold just a ton of copies of this thing. We've got the dark version, which is limited edition, and then we've got the regular.
Now, I see this says 10th anniversary. Is there anything special about the 10th anniversary?
It's been 10 years going, and people still don't have this game. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that is the second edition, right?
I don't know. Probably.
I think the one that had the space penguin was second edition.
Yeah, it's probably second edition.
Okay.
So put that over there. Then we go into we'll stay here. More family friendly. This sold really well. This is the second edition of this one. I know that for sure. Just came back in stock. We're selling this pretty frequently. It's 4 to 8 players. You're racing camels. I think we talked about it last time, but it's just it's a camel race, and you're kind of betting on it. So it's kind of like
you don't control the camel, right?
No.
You're wagering on the outcome of the race.
Wagering on the outcome. Okay. There's three phases, 3 heats of the race, and then it's got a lot of neat little mechanics and stuff. And this little pyramid in the middle actually holds all the dice, and it's got a button, and you push it, and it drops one of the colored dice. And
that's cool.
That's what tells you which camel moves forward at that time. So.
Oh, yeah, I could see how that would appeal to younger kids, like the mechanical element of having a dice dispenser.
It's terrible for big, clunky people like myself. I always get 2 or 3 dice out.
This thing smash the pyramid too hard.
Yeah, this thing is super hot. I'm going to cover both these at the same time. The villainous games always do well around this time. We're selling them pretty frequently. We're going to probably run out. They're just an asymmetric game. Each player is kind of playing their own game. One's Marvel villains, one's Disney villains. I mean, technically they're all Disney now, but like you got like Ursula, Prince John, Queen of Hearts, and stuff on the regular one, and then you got like Thanos, Hela, Ultron on the Marvel one. They're actually compatible. There's some board game geek things you could play with Thanos and add against each other.
Each character has its own unique power set, so you kind of feel like the character that you're representing.
You do. There's a little bit of you can mess with your opponent, but not a lot. So you're just trying to play the game better than everybody else. So works out pretty good. Dune Imperium. This sold out quite frequently. It's sold out a couple times. This is just huge. It's very thematic with the new movie. If you know anything about the Dune universe, you'll know it, but it's thematic with the movie itself. It's just a really well put together with worker placement, resource management, and some deck building mechanics. So
I'm a big fan of the Dire Wolf Game Studios. Everything I've played from them has been top notch.
They always put out something really good. Let's see how high I can stack that without killing myself. We'll stay in that kind of your pressure luck. Quacks of Quillenberg? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it is
Quedlinburg?
Last year it came out of Spiel. super hot. Finally got translated into English over here by North Star Games. Got repicked up by Asmodee. It's just, this is one of the better pressure luck games out there. I think it's kind of replacing all the old ones like Quartz and everything else like that. So that's
and it's
pretty...
at a level where you could bring this to a family holiday get
Oh
together.
yeah, easily.
All ages, maybe not all ages, but a wide variety of ages, a wide variety of skill levels could enjoy the game.
Yep. Everdale. I mean, it's got a whole sticker on all the awards it's won. It's terraforming Mars, but it's got cuter little animals. It's a tableau building game, resource management, kind of like Stone Age. It's just been selling super great since we got it back in stock.
Looks gorgeous on the table. That tree standee is quite striking.
Yeah, except I always take the tree standee down when I have the expansion.
How dare you?
I do it.
That's the coolest part. Well, the coolest looking part, I should say.
Great Western Trio came out with the second edition. It is selling so fast. If you need a single player version of this game, or if you just need the new cows, it's super. They fixed a lot of little things in it to make it a lot better. So you can kind of go down every avenue of the game. If you had the first edition, it's just a lot more streamlined. It's kind of a must-have in my game thing. I don't know how to describe the gameplay. It's heavy. If you're not into heavy games, probably not for you.
As heavy as this next one?
Heavier. That's heavier.
Okay.
Cora just came out this year. We've been selling it so great. Everybody that's played it has absolutely loved it. I've sent it home with 2 or 3 people, and they've all given me rave Facebook feedback that you can't see because it's on just a messenger side. But they've all loved it. It's it's a really well put together game. And I would say this is kind of a medium, maybe medium heavy. Or Great Western Trails are definitely heavy.
Sure.
So, but that's the games that were selling well. In November, those were the ones that we sold the most quantity of. So I just threw those out there. I mean, they're a lot of fun. We still have our Marvel Crisis Protocol League coming up, I think. So.
And when does that start?
Next Monday. So
okay, so the 6th?
A few days from now? Yeah,
yep.
6. Yeah. So it's going to start the meetings on Monday. It's really lax because we're going into the holiday season. So if you're interested in joining that, show up Monday, send us a tell.
At the North Liberty store, not the Williamsburg location.
Yeah, not the Williamsburg location. Send us a tell. It'll be here. We just don't have any tables at Williamsburg right now. We turned them all into toy housing stations.
All right.
It's just full stuff. So.
Well, hopefully I think the plan is we're going to check in about once a month and kind of review what games were popular in the month previous. The intent is to film this as an ongoing series here in our local game store. Again, there'll be links to the Geek City Facebook and the Patreon in the show notes. So until next time.
Yeah, and if you're interested in any of the games, send us a tell. We'll mail them to you. It doesn't.
Sure.
We have not. It's free shipping over $100, like most sites that do board games and stuff like that. Board games are just so heavy that it would be hard to do free shipping on anything less. And then you've got, we could figure out shipping from there. If you're just looking for a game to get shipped to you, we don't really have an online presence right now. Well, we're going to work on that for 2022. So,
well, if you do want to get a game from the store, the contact information you can get that from the Facebook or through message on the Patreon. So there are ways that you could reach out and get access to these games remotely if need be. So. I fully understand some people not wanting to get out in public even yet.
Oh yeah, we still get some people driving up, and we'll take their games out to their car for them. So yeah, it's whatever people are comfortable with. So
all right.
So
well, hey, thanks again for taking time out of your day to do this. I really appreciate it. And until next time, go win some games.